Hey, grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. Let's get at it. So a lot of people have been doing these Bride of Charlie and Bride of Candace, Bride of George Farmer, all that kind of stuff like that. And I thought those were very interesting. There's some great videos out there, so you should definitely check those out. But I started thinking about, what about the victims of Candace? What about the people who've run afoul that started out as a friend, but then later on came up on the wrong side of the discussion? And what actually brought that about? And there have been quite a few if you actually take the time to look into it. So today we're going to look at, I think this is the first person that's been recognized as an enemy of Candace's that used to be a friend of Candace. I cannot be 100% certain, but this is one of the first that have definitely come out as an enemy of Candace, and Candace has said that she's an enemy of this person, even though at one time they used to be friends. So let's bring it in. Shout out to Nicole Arbour. Let's check this out.
Here's some tea for you guys. Candace Owens was a big fan of mine and interviewed me on her show back on like PragerU.
So my next guest needs no introduction. You probably know her from the internet. She is a stand-up comedian. Nicole Arbour, welcome to the Candace Owens Show.
Thank you for having me.
Do you know what I love about you?
Tell me.
Maybe I was in college, you'd make all these Dear This People videos, and it went viral. You were kind of like the first internet breakout star. Then you did this horrible thing.
I know, I told the truth.
You told the truth.
Oh,
and the rule number one on the internet, if you want to survive, is to never tell the truth.
And then when she had her first book, she sent it to me and was like, "You're my inspiration." And she was like, "Nicole, how do you keep going viral? You just like say the opposite of what everybody thinks?" I'm like, "No. I'm not just being a contrarian and saying like the opposite of what everybody thinks. I'm telling the truth." But she didn't seem too interested in the truth, that Candace Owens. I would have considered her like a work friend at the time. We had a bunch of conversations. I was helping her create her show. Her show was originally supposed to be like The View, but with people who aren't just like super liberal. So I was supposed to be one of those people. And at the last second, she was like, "Oh, Daily Wire decided that it's just going to be my show, but we're still going to have a panel and I want you to be like a regular guest on the panel." I was like, I'm there. I was on the first episode. My second.
Okay, I got to stop right here. This is so interesting to me. Here, let me make a big screen. Notice who's on this panel. This is crazy work. We got, of course, Candace on the left. We got Ben Shapiro. Okay. We got Nicole, and we have Brandon Tatum. How interesting is that all of these people in some way, shape, or form have been brought up and been tossed into Tropical Storm Candace as of late. That's crazy work, man. And they were all rocking with her one time.
An episode, I was supposed to come on there and talk about cancel culture because I'm like, not about it. She was all like, "Cancel Chrissy Teigen." And I'm like, let the market decide. You don't have to cancel her. We can see her behavior and decide we don't want to buy anything. Candace's ego can't handle any pushback whatsoever on any topic. Candace had heard rumblings that Daily Wire was going to give me my own show. She didn't want any competition. So she wanted to take me out. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So I'm on Candace's show and I'm clearly owning her.
So as we dig into some other people that Candace has run afoul of, there was a little nugget right there where Nicole kind of spit it out there. Candace doesn't like competition. That's what happened to Kim Klacik. I believe that's what happened with the Daily Wire. I believe that's what happened with Charlie Kirk. I believe that lots of the people that she has beef with, an issue with, is because she sees them as competition. She doesn't see them as somebody I can work with, somebody we can work together. We can, like, everybody wins. No, it's I win and everybody loses. It just seems something interesting. Did you notice that?
On this debate.
We've all seen the movie Mean Girls. You cannot out-mean the Mean Girls. I don't like that you have used your audience to engage in cancel culture. Can we call people out? Yes.
You consider this as cancellation because I don't want to
put the hashtag cancel Chrissy. Yeah, it's the opposite of everything you say you stand for.
So she flips the show into a gotcha moment about women who falsely accuse men. And she starts rattling off the names of these violent stalkers who have restraining orders against them, who are just crazy people, whatever it is, and repeating all the lies that Bunny made up to a studio audience. I was like, I can't talk about this.
I think what you just did is disgusting. You just took something personal and private that I've talked to you about.
It's not private. It's all over the internet. What are you talking about? I'm sure that in the post she doesn't say that we didn't give her a platform.
Great, I will take the platform. Okay. Unfortunately, being a person in the spotlight, I've had some stalkers. And right now, some of those stalkers, you just named them. I have a restraining order against those stalkers. Those stalkers are prohibited from talking about me further because they've done so many crazy things and made up so much stuff, which is why there's a restraining order, which is why they had to pull down other videos. They were using my name and they made things up. You bringing this up has nothing, the videos are not up. You doing this right now has nothing to do with the point, but everything to do with you. And you're being mad at me because I disagreed with you.
Now, I had already talked to Candace about this in private, and she knew how terrified I was of this situation. These guys were psycho.
This, if you go listen to Tree of Logic's testimony, this rhymes exactly with what Tree of Logic said. Exactly. Candace doesn't care. She doesn't care that she puts people's lives at risk. So when we're looking at what she's saying about Erica Kirk, and many people are saying she's putting Erica Kirk in danger, she's not going to be happy. So something happens, somebody gets hurt. This has been her MO for a while.
Stalkers who said they weren't going to stop until I killed myself or somebody else killed me. So much fun. This story's so much fun for me to tell. After the Daily Wire saw I do in fact have a restraining order against those guys, and they're not stupid people, and I told Jeremy, like, I am very scared. This is terrifying for me. You're not supposed to mention stalkers on a national TV show. What is wrong with you? The Daily Wire agrees not to air that part of the segment, but in exchange, they're going to make it seem like I stormed off the show. Come on, Nicole, we need a hook. So to keep myself safe, I had to let them pretend in the edit that I had stormed off the show.
I'm talking about Nicole Arbour. There's a huge walk-off tonight. If you guys are Daily Wire members, you're going to see it. dailywire.com/subscribe. By the way, the discount, if you're subscribing to Daily Wire, is Chrissy. I think I'm so funny. To get like 20% off or whatever if you're going to subscribe. Nicole Arbour did this huge walk-off after she created the entire drama. Girls need to support girls, and oh my God, go team, and oh my God, team. Like, we all need to just like be out there supporting each other. She does a massive walk-off tonight. We are going to have to just like piece it in, like basically a disclaimer to tell you guys she said some stuff that she wanted pulled out. And again, my personal perspective is because what she was saying were pathological lies, and it would have created trouble for her.
Okay, you just had your exit, you said feud, your sayonara, like, you know, we gotta move on with the show.
Give me a sec. Can you guys pause for a second?
Yeah.
Sweet, thank you. You know, I have back surgery like a week ago. It takes me a second.
Notice who moves her chair for her. You see who's pulling her chair back for her so that she can step out? Yeah, that's Brandon Tatum. Do you realize that he's probably shaking in his boots, knowing that Candace has done this to so many people? Who knows how many other people he's seen her do this or knows that she's done this to, and what she probably knows about him. That might be part of the reason why he refuses as well.
Sweet. Thank you so much for having me on.
In real time, while I was on that show, Candace's manager, allegedly this is who did it, Candace's manager was filming and live streaming for my stalkers and giving them the footage of me in real time. Not only did she give this men who said they're going to kill me my exact location in real time and showed them what I was wearing so they can identify me easily, she gave them this footage of Candace shouting out these known violent to women men, stalkers. Those guys had it online in 30 seconds. Bunny was resharing it. They had a whole new storyline. Look, Candace got her. I had given my address to Daily Wire because they send a car service to bring you to the show. Someone from Candace's camp gave my address from that piece of paper directly to the stalker crew, who had it online in about 5 minutes. So I had to move again. Now the show airs, and people think I stormed out of Candace's show because I couldn't debate her, which that really pissed me off. That was the time I almost broke and was like, okay, I don't care about the judge. I don't care. I got to tell the truth here. This is insane. I tell the truth for a living. That's how I'm funny. That's what I do. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't say a thing. I had the lawyer messaging me being like, Nicole, don't do it. Nicole, don't do it. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. When Daily Wire didn't let Candace do that to me on air, she went and did live streams. Good old Candy-O did 2 live streams about him too. And me filing fake rape charges against men. And now added to the story was that the judge threw out the charges.
A lot of you guys have been like kind of following, obviously, the whole back forth last week with the whole saga with Nicole Arbour. Very vocal and very passionately against women that false accuse men. First and foremost, because it smears them. And it's not a smear that just lasts a couple of days. It lasts their entire lifetimes. And, you know, there's not a guy that can come up and just say, oh, well, you know, the charges were dropped. And people don't go, oh, but why were the charges ever there in the first place? The idea is to make men carry that for the rest of their lives. And women know that when they lie. And by the way, when a woman false accuses a guy, it doesn't just do a disservice to that man, it does a disservice to women everywhere.
Except I had never said I was raped, and there never were any charges, and a judge definitely didn't throw them out because none of that ever happened. But Candace now repeated these lies to 10 million people. Outside of Candace being scared that I was going to get my own show on the Daily Wire and then she would be redundant, I was told that Bunny had paid one of those men who stalked and harassed me and posted about me constantly $10,000. I was told that Bunny paid Candace Owens $50,000 to take me out and destroy my career. She was allegedly told to destroy my reputation beyond repair. And when the Daily Wire wouldn't let her air that, she was super mad because she didn't get her extra payday. So she did it on live streams. And I thought that was really far-fetched until recently. A reporter sent me a video clip of one of Candace's live streams. And who do I see in there? It's Bunny cheering her on. This wasn't a scheduled live stream. This was an out of the blue live stream. That meant that Bunny knew exactly when she was going to do it to tune in. So now Candace Owens is saying I filed fake rape charges and a judge threw them out.
Woke up the police, you don't know why it's happening. You know exactly what's happening. There's been 4 days of someone trying to get their wallet back. At that point, of course, the police officers tell you it's legally considered stolen. And when a woman starts using language like, my life is going to be in danger, I'm scared for my life, like about text messages, about a show, you know, that's dangerous rhetoric. And that's why I really wanted to issue that warning to conservatives. Tommy Vexed, another person, said that she aggressed him. It's too many people that don't know each other that are telling you the same thing. Big believer that if a woman false accuses you, you should file a report against them. Don't just let it be like, oh, well, phew, I survived that one. Like, she has now dropped the charges because she should drop the charges. I will always use my platform for as long as I have it to stand up for men.
All the jobs I still had were suddenly gone. Men that I had previously worked with wouldn't even be alone in a room with me. And that's exactly what Bunny wanted to do. She gets off on torturing women. So my reputation was dead, but I wasn't dead yet. So here comes Jelly Roll. I'm Nicole Arbour, and this is the very true story about how 3-time Grammy-winning Christian country darling of Nashville Jelly Roll threatened, stalked me, and planned to kill me, all over some YouTube clickbait rumors that turned out to not be true. Next part coming soon.
Wow. All right. So, and if you want to see the full clip that she's referring to, is down in the description below. Go check it out for sure. Shout out to Nicole Arbour. This is a very interesting thing because Candace Owens has a lot of these. There are quite a few people who at one time were her friends. She worked friends. They collabed together, all that kind of stuff. And now, for whatever reason, she hates them and she's trying to scorch earth them. It's pretty wild. But I really wanted y'all to check that out. Shout out to Nicole Arbour. Did you already know about this? Maybe you knew about it already. And I might be new to the party, right? Thank you, everybody for liking the video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel this month. We're getting ever so close to our goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of April. I'm looking forward to celebrating with y'all real soon. So thank you again. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.